Well, the news came out today that NBA 2K12 will feature three different covers. The greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, returns as a cover athlete for NBA 2K12. Now, Magic Johnson, the great Magic Johnson, and the great Larry Bird will be the other two cover athletes for NBA 2K12. Three different covers for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. Just last night, I was talking with a friend of mine on Xbox Live, and I was saying, if I had to bet on it, I didn't think Michael Jordan was coming back to NBA 2K12. I didn't think NBA 2K could make a retired player the centerpiece of their game for a second straight year. And I'm a diehard Bulls fan, so I love that MJ will be back in the game. But I didn't think they could use a retired player again for a second straight year. But they got Michael Jordan back in the fold. And in addition, Magic and Larry will be on the covers. Now, Magic and Larry have been involved in the 2K franchise for several years on the 80s East, 80s West All-Star team. And they were part of Jordan's opposition in the Jordan Challenges last year. But now I'm starting to think, what are they going to do with Magic and Larry? Will there be a Larry Bird challenge? Will there be a Magic Johnson challenge? This will incorporate different classic teams that we didn't get to see last year. For example, will one of the Larry Bird challenges be, outshoot the rifleman Chuck Person in the 91 NBA playoffs against the Indiana Pacers? Can we play with an old school Reggie Miller from 1991 and play with Larry, in 1991? Magic Johnson, one of the obvious ones. Will we have to play the 1980 NBA Finals and get the triple-double starting at center for the injured Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Hopefully 2K can get all the bench players too. They were able to do that. They got most of the bench players for the Bulls teams last year, but now that hopefully the Lakers and the Celtics will also be more of a focus, that they can get some of the role players and the bench players for those teams as well. And I was talking with this same friend, and I was wondering, is 2K12 going to be worth playing just because NBA 2K11 was so good? And if Jordan and these guys weren't part of it, I wasn't sure. I was on the fence about NBA 2K12. But now that 2K has stepped it up and got Magic and got Larry, I would assume they're going to focus on those guys as well. And as a Bulls fan, will we have another set of Jordan challenges? There's other games, several great MJ games. The game winner, the shot part 2 in Cleveland in 1993, hitting the game winner over Gerald Wilkins. The 55 points, game 5, or actually rather game 4 of the 93 NBA Finals. There's so many more games to use, and now you can incorporate different teams. 86ers, like I mentioned, maybe the 91 Pacers. You could have a whole challenge of just Lakers versus Celtics in their NBA Finals battle. So the possibilities are endless. I was on the fence about NBA 2K12. I was thinking to myself, as a Bulls fan, I'm going to be playing NBA 2K11 more. But now they seem to have stepped up their game, and I'm very interested now to see what NBA 2K12 has to offer.